Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on Steam for free. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, let's see. So, was it Player? Lord Player contacted Kaylin to say, hey, if I let you out, I need you to defend me against, let me just bring up the list of names. Should probably have actually made it a list, you know? Let's see. Get Kaylin to protect Lord Player against Riley. But then just at the end of the episodes, Player's like, that was a little ploy to get, Kaylin killed. It's Riley's ploy. It's working. And to get anybody else that doesn't like Lord Player killed, so that Player could have Lord Velasquez killed, and then Player would be king. Let's see. Rook got closer to Eclair, and let's see. Oh yeah, there was Nagy who talked to Velasquez about the Exodus project and stuff like that, just a bit. Now it's a race for them to get the power, I guess, from that. And oh yeah, we briefly talked to Shock in the Void just before he disappeared, and yeah, we didn't have enough connection to him to, you know, talk to him more. Anyways, Singe, you have to listen to me. We won't die if we stay here any longer. Rook, it's not that simple. You don't run with a gun pointed at you. I don't know how many times I can say this. They'll take it as a provocation. You must remain docile and obey them. Remember what Dark did, Rook? If he didn't obey, we'd all be dead. I guess you're right. Also, I did turn the audio down just slightly, because it did seem a bit loud sometimes, especially on the louder scenes. You know, through other means. Speaking of which, where is Dark? Resting. The ordeal was very tiring. I'm afraid they passed out soon after. But they'll be safe from now on. It's true what the culprit said. This is up to us to mitigate the damage. Trying to run away would kill us all. Knowing that, would you still run away? I'm surprised he just doesn't leave the building and set everything off, because isn't that the plan, to kill everyone? If you do it, you would kill us all. Also, can't he just undo the things with the codes? Though I guess maybe she has the codes since she can rearm everything, you know? Is that how you want to repay Kila? His sacrifice gave us our lives. We can't squander this gift. Gift, huh? Man, this is going to be a PR nightmare. Kila didn't even get to sign the waivers. We forgot to make him sign the get exploded into bits thing by a terrorist demigod thing. Things haven't exactly gone as planned. But Rook, I'll have to tell you something. Something that can never leave this room. What is it? I started to dig a little deeper, you know, into Kila's history. I wanted to notify his next of kin. But I couldn't find any. And he didn't get to fill out any forms. So we don't have an emergency contact info. I guess his family stayed under the radar. Interesting. Was he like given up as a child or something? From Japan? It's hard to do in this day and age. To be honest, it was the same with Acheron. Looking up gave me next to nothing. It's like we have ghosts on the tour. So what are we gonna do then? People will want to answer Singe. That's exactly the problem. I've never been more clueless in my life. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out some paper. Places it face down on the table in front of Rook. Huh? This is what you must never repeat. Only turn it over if you give me your vow. It's all I could find in my search. Rook hesitates for a moment, utterly confused. I know that people want answers, but announcing Kila's death to the world? I fear it will only cause confusion. Rook gulps as he slowly turns over the paper. A moment later, he looks up at Singe in shock. But this is... He's the heir to the throne? That's right. It's an obituary. Rook, I don't know who we lost in to that bomb, but the real Kila has been dead for months. Interesting. I wonder owning someone else's identity, not good, but I wonder if it's like someone won the contest or something like that and it took some time to do stuff, and then Kila killed that person and took on their identity. That would be something. Anyways, my vision slowly returns as along with my sense of touch, I'm graded to a damp floor beneath me. My hands rest in a puddle of moisture as they shiver, much colder than when I returned to the hotel room. I concentrate, trying to remember what happened. And that's when the unpleasant memories assault me, attacked by the servant of Lord Player. He must have taken me here after he choked me unconscious. But where am I exactly? That just confuses me. As I try to remember, I bring myself to my knees. I brace myself on a nearby wall for support. I don't think I'm a prisoner. I'm not chained up. I look around frantically. My stomach growls. Wherever I am, there's definitely a shortage of food. After a few moments pass, I bring myself to my feet. It took a little while to gather my strength. I make my way to the door of the cell. Of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be? I hope that existed for a moment is quickly shattered. The hope. I grip the bars, as if by instinct. A moment later, I see something in the corner of my eye. A shadow slowly walks across my field of vision. I back away. I don't want them to notice me. My only assumption is that it's some sort of guard. I can see them turn around and make their way back. But suddenly, something intercepts their path. Oh, it's her. I see a shapely silhouette of a woman. Upon seeing them, the guard calls out in shock. It's very apparent that she's not supposed to be here. Oop, not supposed to be here. Somebody's doing something he ain't supposed to. The Hitman reference. But she knows this as well and takes action. A swift and stylish punch to the throat silences him. He gasps for air and falls to the ground, helpless. I hate it when they go down easy. No fun without a fight. The guard tries crawling away, fearing for his life, but she crouches down and pushes his face into the dirt. So, do you have any last words? Something that could change my mind. I'm not all about killing, you know. I watch the guard squirm and attempt to speak. It's quite clear she's mocking him. She pulls out a blade and quickly slits his throat. Woof. The floor becomes stained with a fountain of blood. I hope you find peace in death. Okay, here's the thing. So, from what I can tell, when people die on Earth, they said specifically Earth, they come here, and there's billions of people here. What happens if you die here? Do you go to Detroit or something? At this point, my back is against the wall. I see her fiddle with his pocket and find some keys. After inspecting them closely, she turns to me. What are you doing all the way back there? Do you not want to get out or something? Come a little closer. Let me see that pretty face of yours. After a brief pause, she looks back at the guard. Oh, don't worry. You're not going to end up like him. I'm being paid handsomely to keep you alive. She fiddles with the lock as I become more relaxed. Also, did Riley know that I was kidnapped? Maybe. After a few moments pass, the cell door swings open. Boobs. Gosh, there's so much blood. And people wonder why I wear red. Get up, love. You're coming with me. So wait, am I covered in blood? She smiles at me and helps me get to my feet. but this is all too confusing to take in stride. GamerWolf, focus. What, is something wrong? Don't go getting cold feet, dear. Not when we're so close to the end. I'm not scared, I'm just confused. I have no idea who she is, or who's paying her. I sighed, and these are good questions to open with. Well, you can call me Sam, but your other question has a longer answer. So let's move, I hate wasting time. She immediately runs off, expecting me to follow. I guess I didn't have much of a choice in the matter. I just have to hope she was forthcoming with the rest. So I follow her, in search of answers and freedom. Yee. Yep. Nope. First thing I notice is more cell doors. Like we're in some sort of prison block. Could this really be Lord Player's residence? I know Sam isn't too far away, so I inch towards her. Took you long enough. Not like our lives are on the line. She crosses her arms and taps her foot. Excuse me for not giving her my unconditional trust. There are some questions I'd like to have answered. I already told you, my name is Sam. Just stick to my side and you won't die. Just being paid to keep you alive, remember? We can part ways when I deliver you. Trust me, I'm not enjoying this either. But I couldn't turn down a bonus like that. That was one of my main questions, actually. Who's paying her to secure my safety? And did she end up rescuing Kaylin from these cells? Sorry, Kaylin was nowhere to be found. And you mean you don't know who paid me? You must be more oblivious than I thought. Does his name rightly ring a bell? You could also think Velasquez might, or the assassins. Who knows? Because, you know, she seems to be a lot more sneaky. He gave me quite a generous offer. Normally I'd refuse, but not this time. I got offers from other people as well. Edmillion and Conrad, their names were. He seemed quite popular in Terradark. But money talks, and they were too quiet. I had to take Riley's offer in the other end. So if I picked, you know, Edmillion and something, would they have more money to do it, or what? Because we really didn't have much interaction with them. I mean, maybe if we picked them, we would have more interaction, but who knows? I'm told that you two go back a little bit. So I guess Riley went through with his attack. But I guess it's easier to do with a team. I take this as confirmation that we're in Player's home. Yeah, he wouldn't be too far away. Shouldn't. When I deliver you to him, I'm out of here. I'll be set for life after all this. She gestures broadly at the open cell doors. I have no idea why he held prisoners, but rightly paid a bonus for their lives. It won't be long before they expose Player. After a few moments of walking, we reach a large door. I can only assume that this is the exit. Riley should be just out this door. Sadly, I can't get involved any further. I'll find a way out somewhere else. But trust me, we'll meet again. And maybe we can have more fun. Focus, GamerWolf. Sam runs off, brushing my shoulder on the way out. I'm left alone, with a large door in front of me. Could I trust her? What if this was a trap? I look behind me and she's already gone. But I don't have any other opinion. I open the door and hope Riley awaits me. Would you like to save your game? I wonder how accurate that hentai tag for this game is. I immediately notice how large the cellar is. Player and Riley had a massive operation at play. It's wet and humid down here, not cared for. Take a few steps forward and scan the area. Didn't Sam say that Riley would be here? Look everywhere, but I can't find him at all. Hey, I'm a big boy, but also sneaky. And just like that, just like the cellar, he pops up behind me, in the cellar. He doesn't scare me as much, but my heart still pounds. I don't think he could have picked the worst time. Oh, I frightened you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to tread lightly here. Maybe I should try doing voices, but just ever so slight changes. He looks behind me, as if expecting to see somebody. Was Kila back there, by any chance? He disappeared around the same time as you. Kila? I'm not sure what happened to him, because he's dead, which might mean he's here. I go before I break the news to Riley. Let him know that Kila passed away last night, but on Earth. He was involved in a tragedy back on Earth. I see. That's most unfortunate. He's a very bright soul, you know. It's hard to find that in this bleak world. I better not tell him that it was my choosing. In fact, I should probably not tell anybody that. Wait a minute. Back on Earth? Am I to believe he left Terra? I nod. But that's impossible, Dark. Our connection doesn't work that way. I swear that I'm telling the truth. Before I woke up in the cell, I was back there as well. That's a pretty tall tale, but it would explain the king's interest. There's more to you than I thought. He crossed his arms, losing himself in thought. You must have seen Sam, right? I hired her to help me out today. She was supposed to rescue any prisoners. But there were so many. I didn't know Player was capable of this. His hatred truly knows no bounds. Sorry, I got herpes. Sam saved me before she left the manor, yeah. I should probably tell Riley the truth. It isn't Lord Player that's behind this, it's Riley. At least, he's been the one pulling the strings. Before I can, I hear a crashing noise. It sounds like it's coming from upstairs. I look at Riley and ask what we should do. We need to investigate. I think Player already has Kalen. Sorry. Reading yawns. He wasn't in any of the cells. Just like Sam mentioned, that worries me. We can do this, Dark. Together, we're going to expose the king. He hands me a sword. I don't know what to do with it. I really hope he wasn't expecting me to fight. The art of swordplay has been lost on Earth. Before he can say anything else, he runs off. I follow him to the best of my ability. It wasn't very long until we get upstairs. I'm baffled by how large this place really is. It's a stunning counterpoint to the Wayfarer's Tavern. And, for that matter, the society I saw before. This really is what the upper class was like here? Calling it a mansion would be an understatement. It was a veritable labyrinth and showcase of wealth. We turn corners until we arrive at a large atrium. I assume that we're tracking down the noise we heard. Oh hey! And sure enough, Edmillion and Conrad. They immediately turn to us, drawing their weapons. Rightly, hand over the savior. I don't want to fight you today. I'm afraid I can't do that. We're here to rescue Kalen. After today, Velasquez is exposed. You just won't give up, will you? But apparently picking, Rightly is the true ending flag. Don't know how that works, but we'll figure it out eventually. There's nothing you need to expose. Emelian draws his daggers and lunges towards Rightly. I'm sorry, can't we do this when we leave the mansion? Riley quickly weaves to the side and punches his gut. Edmelian stumbers backwards, winded. A lucky hit. You need to stop being so blind. The king wanted Kalen imprisoned. If I don't save him, he'll die. Lord Player is a relentless killer. Yeah, why don't we discuss this when we find Kalen too, if he's not dead? There's no way Kalen could escape. Riley draws his axe and holds it forward. Help me take down Player and rescue Kalen. If you don't, then you're our enemy. What do you mean, our enemy? The Savior's on our side, you know? Edmilion takes a fighting stance, looking at me. It's not true, Edmilion. Dark chose to side with me yesterday. He even saw through Velasquez's facade. Spatting lies as usual. He'll do anything to get your way. But not this time, Rightly. He lunges towards Rightly once again, but this time I take action. I jump in the way and hold out my sword. Edmilion stops in his tracks, dangerously close. Don't tell me it's true. Hopefully I can stop these two idiots from fighting and, you know, find Kalen, because he would be able to. Like, these two want Kalen free. Kalen will be able to probably talk about what the flip is going on. We went through so much for you. I tell Edmilion that he was overthinking things. Siding with Rightly was safer than rushing to the king. I had no idea what he wanted with me, and it was scary. But rescuing Kalen would reveal the king's intent. Yes! If the king was truly evil, I'd stay away. But if he wasn't, then we could venture to him safely. Saving Kalen was more like flipping a coin to me. Better than rushing up against unfathomable odds. I came from another world, and I couldn't be sure. I need to know Velasquez's true nature first. If our situations were reversed, he'd do the same. It seems like a good enough explanation for him. He sheathes his daggers and assumes a neutral stance. Very well, I trust you. But we don't have time to rescue Kalen. Like how you don't? Taking down Player was what you wanted. Helping me will accomplish that too. This is where I decide to tell him the truth. Lord Player wasn't behind all this. It was Riley. He played the role as an advisor and controlled him. What? Are you serious? Right, where did I hear this out again? Let's see. I didn't talk to the cute fox guy or the servant. Neither of these guys know, I guess. Was it the rabbit guy? Truth be told, I have no idea. We saw the bloodied rags. We know Lord Player attacked you. That's why I came here to begin with. Before I can continue, we hear a noise upstairs. As if on cue, Riley enters the scene. Oh, look at me, I have fingers on my chest. I'm surprised you didn't see it, Edmilion. You work with fake evidence all the time. Let's get things moving, shall we? I'm tired of your endless bickering. He turns around and grabs something from behind him. Oh wait, he grabs someone from behind him. Edmilion and Rightly immediately take a fighting stance, but it must be Kalen. You can't push aside your differences, not even when lives are on the line. Kalen squirms in his grip, clearly overpowered. Riley holds still. Riley holds him still and places a knife to his throat. You'll think that you've won, but you couldn't be more wrong. Soon, this entire building will burn. There won't be any proof left behind. And I'll hunt down the prisoners you saved, just as soon as I slit Kalen's throat. But not here. I have a plan. Come and chat with me and Lord Player. One last chance to resolve things. No matter what, there will be death. And the outcome will decide our election. Today, the throne will be secured. He slowly backs out of the room, holding his hostage. Look at everyone behind me. I'm not sure what to do. So it's true. He really is the one behind this. They both look at me. Thank you for telling us the truth. Yeah, otherwise we might have killed Player. Yeah, I shrug and tell him that's not relevant anymore. No matter who's in charge, we have a decision to make. Should we go after Riley? Or is this some kind of trap? They both cross their arms and ponder in unison. I notice that even Conrad is staying out of this. Are they working together? Never thought I'd see that. We have to play the odds in million. What do you mean? I mean, it's probably a trap, but, you know. We can follow after Riley. If we do, there's a chance Kalen will live. But if we assume it's a trap and leave, well, Kalen will die for sure. If I do this, will you hand me the savior? Is that how much Kalen means to you? Riley pauses and looks at me. It's odd how Edmillion didn't even ask my opinion. You asked too much of me, Edmillion. Dark chose to come with me freely. Riley, you're making a mistake. The fate of Terra is at stake here. That's far more than the fate of Kalen. Please, let the Savior come with me. This will save both Kalen and Terra. Saving Kalen is useless on its own. I'll help you if you give me the Savior. Otherwise, I'll take him by force. This will kill both you and Kalen. Edmillion returns to a fighting stance. Do I truly mean that much to him and Conrad? Edmillion, you know what I do for a living. I protect the lives of others. To that end, you have me at an impasse. If I fight, you too would kill me. Then, you take the Savior away. This would leave Kalen to his doom. But if I give you the Savior, everyone has a chance to live. You should become a politician, you know? You're great at screwing people over. I'm just thinking of Riley being upstairs with the dagger to his throat, being like, what's taking these motherfuckers so long? Seriously. Making them go against their values. Edmillion changed the subject, choosing not to respond. I feel like I'm just some sort of commodity now. Can't I just be like, hey, I'll go with them to the king to get Riley. Though also, if he survives, I'd like to get information from him about stuff. To be honest, anywhere is safer than here. So if saving everyone means leaving Riley, that's okay. Temporary alliance then? A temporary alliance. They shake hands, but both parties seem hesitant, as if physical contact between them is uncomfortable. We tried working together once, Riley. Let's hope that it ends better this time. So just like that, I'm back with Edmillion and Conrad. I can't say I'm surprised after all. The mission I sided with Riley for would be completed. Kalen would be freed, hopefully, and I know Velasquez's intent. If his intent was evil, Kalen would testify, but if it wasn't, then I'd gladly help him. It seems like all the bases were finally covered. They start walking up the stairs, full of purpose. I turn to Conrad, who still seems to be processing this. So what? I'm the third wheel now? I mean, technically you're fourth wheel, I guess. They could have picked a better time. He growls before he follows suit. Soon enough, they're all ascending the stairs. When they reach the top, we notice the door is open, and they all stare at each other, exchanging reassuring nods. In this moment, we're reunited, and our goal was clear. And with that resolve, we ventured forward. And with that, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. Too bad we don't have enough true ending flags, but what are you going to do? So anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play, so comment, guys, I like comments, sometimes you like, dislike. Tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. And please remember to spend your ammo to help control the pet population. Derp. And until next time, let's say, me, GamerWolfSix, of Major Minor. So thanks and see ya.